Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely insane right now, and we've got the must-know updates you can't afford to miss. From massive tech trials with game-changing verdicts to market shifts that could redefine your digital life, we're diving headfirst into the stories that matter. The world is moving at lightning speed, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. Today, we're breaking down a pivotal moment for a tech titan, uncovering international regulatory shifts, and highlighting a deal that brings cutting-edge tech right to your living room. Plus, we've got a deep dive into how new rules are shaking up the world of digital finance. You don't want to be the last to know, so buckle up for a high-octane rundown of today's biggest headlines. Stick around, because this is Google Trends Hub, and we're about to unpack it all for you. We're starting with seismic news out of a major antitrust trial, where a tech giant has just received a verdict that could reshape its future. While it might not be the breakup some were expecting, the judge has handed down a series of directives that promise to alter how business is done. We're talking about exclusive deals, data sharing mandates, and a whole new landscape for digital distribution that could impact everything from your favorite apps to how search engines compete. This is a story with ripple effects that go far beyond the courtroom, potentially influencing innovation and market dynamics for years to come. Next, we're heading across the Atlantic, where a significant regulatory decision has reportedly been put on hold. Plans for a substantial fine related to ad technology practices are now facing a potential delay, fueled by concerns over international relations and trade agreements. This move highlights the delicate balance of global commerce and how geopolitical considerations can directly impact major industry penalties. We'll explore the reasons behind this postponement and what it could mean for the future of digital advertising regulation on a global scale. And the updates keep coming. For the deal hunters and tech enthusiasts, we've got fantastic news about a highly rated streaming device that's back on sale at an incredible price, offering premium features without the premium cost. Finally, we're diving deep into the rapidly evolving world of fintech, examining how recent rulings are creating new challenges and opportunities for startups, especially those integrating cryptocurrency. Get ready for a comprehensive look at how these changes could affect your digital wallets and payment systems. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. A tech giant avoids breakup, but faces sweeping changes. This development marks a critical juncture for a major technology company, as a federal judge has delivered a verdict in a high-profile antitrust trial that, while stopping short of a full corporate breakup, mandates significant alterations to its business practices. The ruling aims to curb anti-competitive behavior and foster a more level playing field in the digital marketplace. At the heart of the decision are directives that will prevent the company from enforcing exclusive distribution deals for its core products, including its dominant search engine, browser, and digital assistant. This means the tech giant can no longer condition the licensing of its popular app store on the bundling or distribution of other services, nor can it tie revenue-sharing agreements to exclusivity clauses that lock out competitors. Furthermore, the court has ordered the company to share crucial search index and user interaction data with qualified rivals. This move is designed to enable competitors to develop and offer more competitive services by providing them with the necessary insights to understand user behavior and market trends. The aim is to prevent the company from leveraging its massive data advantage to stifle innovation and maintain its near-monopoly status. The judge has also mandated that the company offer its search and ad syndication services to competitors at standard rates, ensuring that emerging players have access to the infrastructure needed to deliver quality results and build their own technologies without facing prohibitive costs or unfair advantages. These behavioral remedies are a direct response to the court's earlier finding that the company had unlawfully maintained its monopoly in online search. The Department of Justice, which spearheaded the lawsuit, had pushed for more stringent penalties, including the divestiture of its browser and mobile operating system, and the termination of lucrative deals with major device manufacturers and operating system providers that ensured its search engine was the default option. These default placements are incredibly valuable, effectively creating a barrier to entry for competing search engines. The impact of this ruling is already being felt, with significant market reactions. Notably, Apple's stock saw a surge in after-hours trading, reflecting the continuation of its highly profitable search partnership with the tech giant. This agreement alone accounted for billions in revenue for Apple in recent years. The judge's decision, while not forcing a divestiture, imposes a 6-year behavioral oversight period, enforced by a technical committee, aiming to ensure compliance and prevent future anti-competitive actions. The company's CEO had previously argued that forced data sharing could be a de facto divestiture of its search business, highlighting the potential impact on its core operations and intellectual property. This ruling sets a precedent for how regulators will approach market dominance in the digital age, balancing the need for competition with the complexities of technological innovation. But that's just the beginning of our deep dive into this landmark decision. Next, we're heading across the Atlantic to see how international regulators are navigating similar challenges. EU pauses major Google AdTech fine amidst international concerns. In a significant development that underscores the intricate web of global trade and regulation, the European Union has reportedly decided to postpone a substantial fine against Google concerning its AdTech practices. This 11th-hour pause, as reported, stems from apprehension within the European Commission regarding potential backlash from the United States, particularly the White House, and fears that imposing a severe penalty could jeopardize ongoing transatlantic trade discussions and agreements. Sources indicate that a decision, which had been internally slated for September 1st, involving a hefty fine and mandatory business model changes for Google, has been put on hold. The concern appears to be that the timing and severity of such a penalty could provoke a negative reaction from the U.S. administration, potentially leading to the unraveling of progress made on trade deals or the imposition of new tariffs. This delicate geopolitical consideration has led senior officials, outside of the EU's dedicated antitrust team, to advocate for a more cautious approach. The delay could push the announcement of Google's penalty back by days or even weeks, with further discussions planned between EU officials and their American counterparts, potentially extending the timeline even further and possibly altering the nature of the remedies themselves. This situation follows a previous report suggesting that the EU might levy a fine considerably less than the record €4.3 billion imposed on Google in a separate 2018 case. This potential moderation in penalties has been attributed to the new EU antitrust chief, who is reportedly more focused on compelling companies to cease anti-competitive practices rather than solely on punishing them with punitive fines. The European Commission had initially accused Google of abusing its dominant position in the online AdTech industry since 2014, alleging that the company favored its own AdX ad exchange in matching auctions, thereby disadvantaging rivals and publishers alike. Google, in its defense, has maintained that serving both advertisers and publishers is standard industry practice, and that its integrated technology stack provides high-quality connections. Simultaneously, Google is facing parallel scrutiny in the United States, where a federal judge recently sided with the Justice Department, ruling that the company unlawfully maintained monopolies in key segments of the online advertising market. A trial to determine the appropriate remedies for this U.S. ruling is scheduled for later this month, adding another layer of complexity to Google's regulatory challenges. The EU's decision to pause its fine, influenced by fears of U.S. trade repercussions, highlights the interconnectedness of global markets and the significant influence that international relations can have on antitrust enforcement. It raises questions about the balance between national regulatory interests and the broader geopolitical landscape. It's a complex dance between regulation and international diplomacy. Now, let's pivot to something a bit more consumer-focused, but equally exciting for deal seekers. Google TV Streamer 4K hits an unbeatable price point. For those looking to elevate their home entertainment setup without breaking the bank, a fantastic opportunity has emerged as the Google TV Streamer 4K is once again available at a significantly reduced price of just $80. This represents a substantial 20% discount off its original retail price, making it an incredibly attractive proposition for anyone seeking a high-quality streaming experience. The deal is readily accessible through major online retailers, including Amazon, as well as brick-and-mortar giants like Best Buy and Walmart, ensuring broad availability for interested consumers. Notably, this current offering surpasses a recent Prime Day promotion, presenting an even better value proposition for early adopters and deal hunters. This particular streaming device has consistently earned accolades, even topping the list of best streaming devices in independent reviews. Its design is lauded as smart and intuitive, with a user experience that is characterized by its seamless operation. Reviewers have particularly praised the device's clean and uncluttered interface, which makes navigating content effortless. Complementing the software is a remarkably well-designed remote control that enhances the overall user interaction, making it a joy to use for everyday entertainment consumption. The processor within the device is noted for its speed, ensuring that streaming content, even in demanding 4K resolution at a fluid 60 frames per second, is smooth and uninterrupted. In terms of visual and audio fidelity, the Google TV Streamer 4K boasts impressive compatibility with a wide range of modern display technologies. It supports HDR formats including HDR10, HDR10+, and Dolby Vision, delivering vibrant colors and deep contrasts for a more immersive viewing experience. On the audio front, it is equally capable, supporting advanced formats like Dolby Digital and Dolby Atmos, providing rich, multi-dimensional soundscapes. For users equipped with compatible earbuds, such as the Pixel Buds Pro, the device can even render spatial audio, creating a truly enveloping sound environment. One of the standout features highlighted in reviews is the integrated smart home control hub, which allows users to effortlessly manage connected devices like smart lights and thermostats directly from their TV interface, adding a layer of convenience and connectivity to the living room. While the device is overwhelmingly positive, reviewers have noted only minor drawbacks. The original asking price was considered somewhat high, a concern that this current sale effectively addresses. Additionally, some have pointed out the inclusion of what they describe as fairly useless AI integration, a common critique in the current tech landscape. However, these minor points do little to detract from the overall exceptional value and performance offered at the discounted $80 price point. For those seeking a top-tier streaming experience with advanced features and a user-friendly interface, this sale represents an unmissable opportunity to acquire a leading device at a near-record low price. It's a fantastic deal for anyone looking to upgrade their viewing experience. But how might these tech advancements and regulatory shifts impact the world of digital finance? New Google Play Store rules set to reshape fintech and crypto startups. In the wake of significant antitrust rulings, the digital finance sector, particularly fintech startups integrating cryptocurrency solutions, is bracing for a wave of new regulations set to emanate from Google's platform policies. Beginning in August 2025, Google will implement a mandate requiring all cryptocurrency wallet applications submitted to the Play Store to secure federal or regional licenses. This directive, which includes requirements like FinCEN registration in the US or MiCA authorization in the EU, introduces a complex and potentially costly compliance landscape for startups, creating an environment that is far from straightforward. The implications of this ruling are profound, especially for both custodial and non-custodial wallet providers, with non-custodial solutions likely facing the most intense regulatory scrutiny. The financial burden associated with obtaining and maintaining these new licenses and adhering to stricter compliance protocols could serve as a significant deterrent for new entrants, potentially leading to market consolidation, where only established players with the financial capacity to navigate these hurdles can thrive. This shift might also inadvertently limit consumer access to decentralized financial options, which are often favored for their enhanced privacy and user control over their assets. Non-custodial wallets, which empower users to retain direct control over their private keys, are particularly vulnerable. The changing regulatory environment could compel many smaller startups to fundamentally rethink their business models, as the increased compliance costs may stifle innovation, especially for smaller entities unable to absorb these expenses. Consequently, this could foster a market dominated by larger, already licensed entities, potentially sidelining innovative decentralized solutions that are the hallmark of the crypto space. Beyond compliance costs, the ruling raises significant alarms about potential market consolidation and a retreat from the core principles of decentralization. Smaller fintech startups will face immense pressure to adapt, while larger, well-capitalized firms may seize this opportunity to expand their market share, potentially suppressing competition and narrowing the range of services available to consumers. Moreover, the heightened focus on regulatory compliance could divert crucial resources away from product development and innovation, thereby limiting the creation of new and improved crypto solutions. This could ultimately lead to a more centralized cryptocurrency ecosystem, directly contradicting the ethos of decentralization that many industry advocates champion. The ruling also impacts crypto payment platforms, as maintaining default search engine payment structures can create high switching costs for users, further entrenching the dominance of established players and stifling competition. This dynamic can inhibit innovation among emerging crypto payment gateways, as users may lack the incentive to explore or adopt alternatives. The outcome is a market that inherently favors incumbents, potentially resulting in higher fees and reduced motivation for innovation among new players. To navigate this evolving landscape, fintech startups are advised to adopt strategic measures. Key among these are establishing clear legal structures or wrappers to effectively manage regulatory challenges and limit liability. Implementing robust compliance measures, such as Know Your Customer, KYC, and anti-money laundering (AML) protocols, can mitigate legal risks and facilitate partnerships. Adopting efficient governance models, including delegated voting and off-chain voting tools, can streamline decision-making. Enhancing security protocols through comprehensive audits and robust measures is critical for safeguarding assets and reducing vulnerabilities. Finally, leveraging technology, including cloud services and AI tools, can enable startups to innovate and scale operations even within a challenging regulatory climate. Proactive adaptation will be crucial for these companies to ensure success. These regulatory shifts are certainly reshaping the fintech frontier. Now, let's wrap up today's essential updates with a quick recap. That's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw Google avoid a breakup, but face significant changes in its business practices. The EU has paused a major AdTech fine, potentially due to international trade concerns. A fantastic deal is live for the Google TV Streamer 4K, bringing premium streaming home for less. And new Google Play Store rules are set to significantly impact fintech and crypto startups. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Google Trends Hub for more, and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. Don't forget to follow us on all social platforms for real-time updates and join the conversation in the comments below.